Genesis chapters 21 through 25 reveal the next steps in God's promise to Abraham. In these chapters, we see the birth of Isaac, the testing of Abraham's faith, the loss of Sarah, and the legacy of Abraham's family begin to unfold. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said. Genesis 21:1. At long last, God fulfills his promise. Sarah gives birth to Isaac, whose name means laughter. God hath made me to laugh. Genesis 21:6. But tension returns. Sarah sees Ishmael, the son of Hagar, mocking Isaac. She demands that Abraham send them away. Cast out this bondwoman and her son. Genesis 21:10. Though difficult, God tells Abraham to listen because Isaac is the child of the covenant. Yet God also promises to make Ishmael a great nation. Hagar and Ishmael wander in the desert, but God hears their cry again and provides water. Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and offer him. Genesis 22:2. God tests Abraham by asking him to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham obeys, traveling to Mount Moriah. Isaac carries the wood and asks, "Where is the lamb for a burnt offering?" Genesis 22:7. Abraham answers with faith, God will provide himself a lamb. Genesis 22:8*. At the last moment, an angel stops Abraham. God provides a ram caught in a thicket. Because thou hast done this thing, in blessing I will bless thee. Genesis 22:16-17. This moment foreshadows Jesus, the lamb God would later provide. And Sarah was 107 and 20 years old. Genesis 23:1. Sarah dies in Hebron. Abraham mourns and negotiates to buy a burial cave. I will bury my dead out of my sight. Genesis 23:4. He purchases the cave of Machpelah, the first piece of land he owns in Canaan, promised land now touched by grief. Abraham sends his servant to find a wife for Isaac, not among the Canaanites, but from his own people. The Lord will send his angel before thee. Genesis 24:7. The servant prays for a sign. Let the right woman offer him water, and also to his camels. Rebekah does exactly that. She said, "Drink, my lord, and I will draw water for thy camels also." Genesis 24:18-19. God's guidance is clear. Isaac marries Rebekah, and she comforts him after his mother's death. And Isaac loved her. Genesis 24:67. Abraham remarries Keturah and has more children. But he gives everything to Isaac. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and was gathered to his people. Genesis 25:8. He is buried beside Sarah. His story ends, but his legacy continues. Rebekah gives birth to twins, Esau and Jacob, and the first came out red, and after that came his brother. Genesis 25:25-26. Esau is a hunter. Jacob is quiet and lives in tents. One day Esau sells his birthright to Jacob for a bowl of stew. "Behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me?" Genesis 25:32. Esau chooses short-term satisfaction over long-term blessing. Genesis 21-25 shows the unfolding of God's promise and the testing of his people. Isaac is born. Faith is tested. Loved ones are lost. But God remains faithful. Abraham's story may end here, but his faith lives on in Isaac and the generations that follow.